Hello there, teacher Hernan and their classmates. Our group in this A21 level project is confirmed by Valentina Anaya, Gladys Gonzalez, Carlos Gonzalez, and me, Franci Blanco. The short story that we chose is Mia the Witch. This story is about a witch called Marvela who was rejected by all the people in her village, who was afraid of everyone and leaves her town looking for people who aren't afraid her. During the trip, Marvela met different types of people. All the people looked bored and sad. And in the three types of people, represented by a magician king, a fisherman, and a cave girl, Marvela discovered who she should share her life and her home with forever. Let's start.
Once upon a time there was a witch named Marvela who lived in a forest like with the other witches, but she wasn't bad towards magic and people were afraid of her. And everything there was storms, about harvests and sick children. The people say is the witch rat. She had a black cat and wild cat. She read potions books, but Marvela wanted someone to share with her. She could make beautiful paintings and delicious food, but people reject her kindness. Years passed, and no one entered the forest. Then one day, Marvela undertook a journey with her two cats. When she reached the edge of the forest, she met a farmer and he said hi. But when she said his name, this man escaped screaming. Then she let Mia change her name. When she arrived in the city, all markets were boring and silent. She had imagined a noisy place and the people talking. In the center of the city there was a black castle, and she asked a ward, and he said to her, "There lives the great magician named Karluk, the most powerful in the world." She was surprised and expected to see him, and the wards scoffed. She first brought a flower on her hand, and I was enough for them. So she began a float, levitate, and fly so high she the last highest tower, where there was a man with black hair, and she greeted him. He freaked out and introduced himself. Mia blushed and fell to the ground. At the moment the castle doors opened, the magician greeted her again and invited her to dinner tonight. The news quickly spread in the town, and people looked at with fear and admiration. At dinner the magician made two chicken dishes appear. While he ate, he told to Mia about his kingdom. It was a privilege because no one else had knowledge of them. He invited her to live with him and his luxuries, but she had a strange feeling in her chest, like the bird trying to escape from a cage, and said that she had a time. She stayed there that night with her two cats, but she could not sleep. She compared the castle with her house and the forest. At midnight, Mia go out of bed, ran away with her two cats, and left the city behind.
Hi guys, in this chapter number 2, about the girls who came was in the beach. It's a traffic at night. She climbed onto the old log. She heard the view, the water, and the loud signal. The water evolved, and she saw for the front for her a swimming, and the back away some people. So she couldn't recognize their friend, and she jumped out the old log and started to walk to the sea. But the views passed the her again. She did the best until arrived to the shore. As soon as the jets closer, she could see the people were fishermen with a huge net to throw fish. Mia decides to go to walk to tall with the then and start to walk across on the beach until the jetty. She felt at the child, excited at the result of the watch and the fishermen until he walked. They climbed onto the jetty and was heard. The old fisherman pushed the sack of the boat. They started to put the fish in the sack. They ignored for Mia until, well, the young fisherman cast your eyes. His red and sandy hair and considerably younger than the rest. You smile at her, hello the fisher, and the older in the two hand, he in the hair, and continues to go very embarrassed. Mia followed for the fisherman after the market. She was sure, thanks to the never be heard. She was around lot of food and new clothes. The young fisherman asked to her, "Where are you from?" Because your look is very different and your accent sounds to this. Mia wanna know about the world to meet a new people. She felt excited and spent today looking around the market and talking with the shopkeeper to go angry because you didn't have money. They went to the small wooden cabin near to the sea to have dinner and stopped to talk. She said, "Why a brave, strong person could be and shy when come to me?" She was sitting and to her, "I am wish." She was surprised and lost nervously. She showed to her a real feature. She changed the list for the fish mouse. She was shocked and said to her, "You can earn a lot of money in the town." Mia doesn't want because she just wants a quality life. Mia finished to her meal and said good night, went out on the beach. And then stared at the moon, only her and the cats. She asked herself to check on the hint. Finally, Mia said, "Pick up her belongings and her divorce."
3. Next, Mia came to a dark cave. She wanted to be alone for a while. She found her solitude. "I could almost stay here forever," she said, "but I love the plants and trees of the forest too much." And she felt a great sadness in her heart, for through all her travels, she hadn't found one person who she cared of as much as the flowers in her garden. "You don't belong here." Mia turned to see a short, a thin girl standing behind her. "I'm sorry," said Mia. The girl stepped forward and grabbed her hand. For a long moment she stared at Mia's fingers. "You are a witch. I don't want any problem. When are you leaving?" "You are a witch too?" "Obviously. Then let's be friends. Why do you think I live in a cave all alone? I don't need friends." She had been told to live in such a rude way. When Mia was going to leave the cave, She came across the cave girl again. For a moment, she felt the hope of them making up, but then the girl spoke. I told you to leave. I am leaving, she said, irritated, getting up and failing, starting at night to follow her. She marched away, but in this moment the girl cried. Wait, what? Snapped Mia.
At that moment, a conversation began between Mia and the cave girl. The girl of the cave asked Mia why she had come to the cave. Mia replied, I was looking for other people. I live alone, although in a very nice little cottage, and I have two charming cats to keep me company, so I'm not nearly as cold as you. The girl from the cave introduced herself. I am Hula. At least that's what they used to call me. Then Mia asked Hula why she was living in the cave. Hula told her that she was tired of being rejected for not knowing how to control her magic. In this moment, Mia decided to stay with Hula. Mia also introduced herself. She said it was Marbella, but that she had adopted the name of Mia. They smiled at each other, and a painful silence hung on the air. Mia invited Hula to come out of the cave, walk alongside her, and see the star-filled sky, but Hula was very fearful. However, she came out and saw in the distance a town that wasn't there before she entered the cave. Mia was having fun spinning in the grass while Hula watched her. Hula wanted to go back to the cave, but Mia convinced her to stay with her watching the stars. Mia understood that while she ran away from rejection and loneliness, she had found a being with a deeper loneliness than hers. Finally, Mia invited Hula to share her little house with her two beloved cats.